If you think XRP is going to new highs from here, I think you're looking at the wrong data. And that mistake is costing you and so many other people money and ROIs. That's too bad. That's bad. I'm here to help change that, to make sure that you understand the data that you're misinterpreting. Okay. Look, this is not emotional take, right? This is about data. If the data changes, I will update my views also. But this is precisely what's happening right now. It's all about perceptions. That's how markets go, right? The perception of the future of what people think is going to happen, that's what we want driving price, right? If price goes with the perception, with what people think is about to happen, boom, voila, you get an uptrend, you get a bull market. However, when that doesn't happen, when perception is met, but price isn't confirming the perception, that's where people need to understand something is bad. Stay with me until the end of the video, a short video, and I will make sure you understand this data. And remember, it's not emotional. I don't care about XRP specifically. I care about making the right decisions over and over and over from a probability standpoint. That's what we do here in my channel, okay? So XRP, let's take a small look at XRP at a chart, all right? Showing price action. Okay, now you're going to notice that I have a small, horizontal, a vertical line, a vertical line here, and I'm going to say why in a second. I know XRP got huge move over here, huge, very nice, very short move, amazing. This was good. This was very happy. Everyone was very happy over here, cowboys and stuff like that, really happy. But ever since, that move up higher in price, we are stuck, all right? Initially, it seemed like we were building something, in participation, and then we had this move up. This was a nice trade, but we had a fake out, all right? This was a fake out to new highs, right? Now, this fake out to new highs is not a good indication, right? This is where things become odd. Now, I'm not explaining just yet, what I said in the beginning about the data. I'm kind of telling a small story, okay? Why did all this happen? Now I'm getting there, okay? People over here, from a regulatory standpoint, it seemed like XRP is about to get out of, a huge debacle it had for years, with, legal issues. So when that kind of pressure was relieved, a lot of, investors, retails, they were like, oh yeah, it's cowboy time, right? Cowboy time, all this, let's go and party. Right, so price happened. Now, after the initial very strong move, what needs to happen, all right, is it's okay to build a sideways move. That's digestion of price after a fast move up. But you need to have continuation. And when the continuation fails, that tells another story. It tells that whatever people were thinking about here is not really validated. Very important take. Whatever people thought here on this run initially was not validated to continue. So this is the poo-poo party. Here the party started and then someone pooped on the party, okay? Now, what is this, vertical line? This vertical line is without, I'm saying that, right? Because I'm not sure it's a real ETF. But the first ETF was announced, okay, in the United States, XRPC, okay? Let's go and check that out. It's under the NASDAQ. Supposedly it's a fund ETF. You can see that from the moment it started trading, and again, this was on November 13th, the moment it started trading, it's going down. Now, again, remember what I said in the beginning. From a perception standpoint, everyone was waiting, for the legal issues to be relieved, and then for the huge news about ETF or ETF-like vehicle to be announced. And since then, there have been more than a few, right, that have been announced. Yet, price is just going down ever since. This is not what you want to be seeing, okay, at all. And it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise to me because what a lot of people think sounds bullish or sounds like needs to keep propelling price further sounds to me like a liquidity grab, an exit liquidity. Let's call it better, an exit liquidity of, you know, less informed or professional type investors into the hands of the more professional like investors. I'm going to go back to the big chart of XRP. All right. XRP had a huge move up initially here. People were happy. And then let's remove everything. This is where everyone is happy. By the way, Bitcoin was happy. Everyone was happy. But then someone started pooping on Bitcoin. The environment changed. It's not as conducive as it was. And all of a sudden, big holders of XRP, it can be even the foundation, just decided to start selling and to use every type of good news as a selling opportunity. Okay. So, by the way, does this mean that XRP is just going to go down from here? No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Okay. Yes, you can have bounces. You can even have something like this happening, like a big dead cat bounce, maybe another shoulder and then crash down. I think we're going down. I don't know for how long. I don't know how low, maybe not that low, right? But from a perception standpoint, the good news is happening. What we perceived as good is happening, yet price is going down, as I showed by the XRPC, which was the first supposed ETF to be approved. It's just going down ever since. Yes, you have some pumps, but on the same day it was announced, it was just going down ever since. That's not a good look. And I will show you some other things. Look at Doge, for example. Same thing happened on Doge. If you go to Doge, you can see I already made that over here. This is where the first ETF on Doge was announced. What was it? 25th of September. Going down ever since. Same thing. What about Solana? Solana, right? Same thing. Going down ever since. So all of you guys are looking at it wrong for XRP. You are, for some reason, believing that the fact that an XRP, the ETF is around is a good thing. It's going to bring the big dogs. You're looking at the wrong data. You're betting on the wrong data. And instead of actually betting, which is a wise way of taking risk, you're actually gambling your money away. And that's not what I want for all of you. The core lesson here, all right, is not that XRP is bad. I don't care. Whatever you think about a coin, you think. That's not the way I do things. I have my own edge. I have my own perception how I do things, okay? But, and this is very, all right, if price is not confirming what you think should happen from a catalyst, then something is wrong, all right? I'm going to say it again. If price is not confirming what you're thinking, that should be the first red flag sign you have as a potential or a future successful and consistent investor. Open your mind, learn about these things. This is important. Do not fall in love with the project. Do not fall in love with the coin. That's the worst thing you can do. I'm going to get a lot of bad comments because I get bad comments all the time on other coins I make videos about. All these people that are enamored and are going to call me names and I'm going to say things that are just not wise, right? I'm here to educate, or not to educate, but to give you more information about how you can improve yourself as an investor. And if you really want to succeed, you're going to open your ears, you're going to open your eyes, and you're going to listen regardless of my take of XRP, because I'm not here to hurt you or your ego. I'm here to deliver my point of view. And my point of view is quite good because I was actually top 10 finisher in the US Investing Championship. You can see me over here, no edge, no trade, 94% for the year. Okay, you can go to this website and check it for yourself, the United States Investing Championship website. I signed up in May and still finished for the year 94%. If you would calculate from the beginning of the year, closer to 130%. This is what I do for a living, and I have been doing this for years. Okay, so I'm here to try and to give my 2 cents to help you. You don't want to listen? That's on you. Until next time, everyone. No edge, no trade,